So I was at my desk drinking coffee, I was writing a script, and I suddenly wanted to listen to some music. So what do? I fire up Apple Music, and at that point I realized I've been using Apple Music for almost an entire year now. And aside from that short video I made in March, I realized I haven't really talked about it at all, really. So today we're doing just that. We're going to be talking about what I like about Apple Music, what I don't like about Apple Music, and if I'm planning to switch back to Spotify as my primary streaming platform anytime soon. First off, what do I like about it? Well, the first thing is that it's a stock app. If you've ever seen one of my What's on My Phone videos, the latest of which you can check out up there, then whether it's iOS or Android, I like to make as good a use of the stock apps as I possibly can. While I've been using Apple Music, I've been both an Android and an iOS user. I'm personally on iOS right now, so it's nice to have. It's not a decisive factor though, it's just a nice added bonus. Next, we have interface. As a pretty much lifelong iTunes user, because when I was 9, my dad found a second generation iPod mini for like 20 quid, I think it was, and I bought the Alvin and the Chipmunks album on iTunes. I love how easy Apple Music is to navigate. Lyrics are easy to use, it's easy to download music, and with iOS 13 there is finally a dark mode, so it's no longer just that blinding white anymore. Now that said, Spotify does do a lot of these things well too. I just personally found the lyrics to be a little bit annoying. On Spotify they're backed by Genius, good, but that also means it comes with the meanings and you can't turn these off. Bad. I also like that with Apple Music you can tap on a lyric and it'll take you to that point in the song. And again, while that feature in particular isn't essential, it is still very nice to have, especially on songs with like super long bits or a feature that's just not that good. Something that is now essential for me though is library syncing. This is where you can add something to your music library that you have on your computer, such as an MP3, not necessarily available on Apple Music, and it will automatically be available on your phone, no download required. I don't know of any other music streaming platform that allows for this, and it's genuinely a feature that I don't think I'll be able to go back from. Not only does this work on both Android and iOS, but as I previously said, this doesn't have to be music available on Apple Music. It works with literally any bit of audio that I play on my computer through music. Now this is very helpful for me because I do like to make music, so I like to listen to a lot of my samples on the go. But if I don't want to download them or airdrop them, I can just stream them through Apple Music. I also like a lot of music that isn't on Apple Music anyway, and with Spotify it's a lot harder to add these to my library, so I love that I can keep all of my music localized in one app. Following on from this, another simple thing that I like about Apple Music is that artists get paid more. I know this isn't really a feature about the app, but when it was ruled that streaming platforms needed to start paying artists more, Apple Music didn't fight this at all. I like this because more money for the artist means more music for us. There are also some pretty great exclusives on Apple Music, my personal favorite being Endless by Frank Ocean, a great visual album if you haven't already listened to it, and it features the ever trusty line, I never ever trust a pre-roll, I never ever let a random motherfucker shoot the B-roll. I'm not even joking when I say Endless was one of the initial reasons as to why I switched. It was worth it. My final positive for Apple Music is that it's far better when it comes to sharing songs with your friends, especially if you're an iMessage user like I am. Whenever I want to share a track with my friends, I can simply tap on the music icon and send them the track I want them to listen to. Even excluding iMessage is still far easier than Spotify, and I really like that. Now we're going to talk about some things that Spotify does better, starting out with playlists. Discover playlists are far superior and much more accurately curated than Apple Music's. The suggestions seem more accurate. I mean, I got suggested Drake. I don't listen to Drake. Both adding and creating playlists is also slightly easier on Spotify, and in this category, it's pretty much a sweep on Spotify's part. Spotify's streaming quality is also marginally higher than Apple Music's. Spotify's rate is 320 kilobits per second, whereas Apple Music's is 256. Almost all of the time, the quality difference is negligible, and I don't really have an issue when playing back on Apple Music. But if you do like your high-end audio, then you should probably be using Deezer. But if you don't want to use Deezer and that streaming rate's important, then I would suggest taking a look into Spotify. So if both the playlists are better and the sound quality is higher, why have I stuck with Apple Music? It's because I'm a sheep. Okay, obviously that's not the real reason. It's actually because I don't really care about playlists. I'm actually somebody who prefers to listen to albums rather than playlists, because a lot of the albums I like are structured in a way where it's best to listen to them in order. And if I cared about audio quality that much, as I said before, I'd either be streaming lossless files or I'd be using Tidal. So, am I switching anytime soon? No. Do I like Spotify? Yes. And finally, would I still be using Apple Music if I was on Android? I was. Not a sheep. Alright guys, so thank you for watching. Remember to like the video if you want to see more content like this, and smash that subscribe button. I'm done for now, and I'll see you guys in the next one.